You ever get the feeling that someone's watching you, but no one's there? That weird, creepy chill that makes your skin crawl? I've felt it before, but nothing compares to what happened when I moved into that apartment. It started the first night. The apartment was nice enough, a bit old, with big windows that stretched across the living room. The blinds were thin, barely covering the outside. I didn't think much of it until I felt that strange feeling, like someone was staring at me from the dark. I was on the couch, scrolling through my phone, when I saw it, just a flicker in the corner of my eye, a shadow, tall, still, right outside the window. At first I froze. I tried to tell myself it was a tree or maybe a streetlight, but it wasn't. This shadow was different. It didn't move like something natural. It was just there, watching me. My heart raced. I didn't want to get up, but I forced myself to. I pulled the blinds down fast and laughed it off. It's nothing, I told myself. But deep down, I knew something was wrong. The next night, it got worse. I heard this soft tapping. At first I thought it was the wind, but no. It was steady, like someone knocking on the window. Tap, tap, tap. It was late, and the sound echoed through the room, growing louder with each tap. I didn't want to, but I had to check. I walked slowly toward the window, each step making me feel sicker. My fingers trembled as I reached for the blinds. I yanked them up. Nothing. The street outside was empty. No one was there. I sighed, feeling a bit stupid. But just as I turned around, I heard it again. Tap, tap, tap. This time louder. I spun back toward the window, and that's when I saw it. The shadow was back. But this time, it was moving. It leaned against the glass, like it was trying to get in. Its body was long and twisted, and even though I couldn't see a face, I knew it was staring right at me. My heart stopped. My mouth went dry. I slammed the blinds shut and backed away. I didn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I could feel it, watching me, waiting. For 3 nights it happened again. The shadow came back, always outside the window, and every night it seemed to get closer. I couldn't take it anymore. I wanted to leave, but something kept me there. I thought maybe it would just go away. Then on the 4th night, the knocking stopped. I should have been relieved, but something felt off. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, telling myself it was over. But then I heard footsteps, not outside, inside. Slow, heavy footsteps, coming down the hall. My heart pounded as they got closer, closer to my bedroom door. I pulled the blankets over my head, my body frozen in fear. I held my breath, listening as the footsteps stopped, right outside my door. I didn't want to believe it, but I could feel it. Something was standing there, watching. I squeezed my eyes shut, praying it was just my imagination. But then, I heard a voice. "I've been waiting for you." It wasn't human. The voice was deep, raspy, and it sent chills down my spine. I felt something cold touch my arm, a hand, long and sharp. My heart nearly stopped. I shot up from bed, gasping for air, looking around in the dark. Nothing was there. But I knew it wasn't gone. The shadow wasn't outside anymore. It was inside. I thought it had left, but it hadn't. The footsteps started again the next night, louder this time, echoing through the halls of my apartment. And this time, I wasn't alone. I felt it near me, watching my every move. My chest tightened as fear gripped me. I tried calling friends, family, anyone who would listen, but I didn't dare tell them the truth. How could I? No one would believe me. They'd think I was crazy. And then it happened. The 5th night, the footsteps didn't stop at my door. They came into the room. The air grew thick, cold, and I felt the bed dip like someone had sat down beside me. I couldn't breathe. I wanted to scream, but nothing came out. Slowly I opened my eyes. There, sitting at the edge of the bed, was the shadow. Darker than ever, more defined now. I could see it clearly. It wasn't just a figure. It was a person, or something that used to be one. Its eyes, if you could call them eyes, were empty pits, staring straight through me. It leaned in, closer and closer, until its icy breath brushed against my skin. You can't escape. I tried to move, but I was frozen in place, paralyzed by fear. The shadow reached out, its cold, bony hand closing around my wrist, pulling me toward it. In that moment, I realized the horrifying truth. The shadow didn't just want to watch, it wanted me. I pulled away with every ounce of strength I had, scrambling off the bed, running out of the room. I grabbed my car keys and fled the apartment, driving as fast as I could, never looking back. But now, even far away from that place, I know it's not over. Every night, no matter where I go, I hear the footsteps. I see the shadow. It's with me, always watching, waiting for the moment I let my guard down. And one day I know I won't be able to escape it again.